Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning. I am back in southern Florida. Man, I brought the cold with me. Can you believe it snowed in Alabama this week? And yes, I am doing all my social distancing as I travel, for those of you out there wondering. But we're working on this road show and trying to pull everything together. So I got to spend the last couple of days in the Rocket City. Anybody out there ever been to the Rocket City in Huntsville, Alabama? I mean, you're just driving down the road and all of a sudden you see the rockets, you have the NASA spaceships on the side of the road on top of their missiles. Super cool place, and looking forward to going there and actually exploring it at some point. But all right, everybody, good morning. I am sitting outside. Hopefully the light's okay. Got me a nice clean haircut on the military installation up there because I do have some access to that, which was great. So with that said, let's talk about what we had going on this past week. I mean, ton of fun. And we had a lot of people tuning in, a lot of people joining us. So we're very grateful for that. And we are live on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. So if you're out there, please give us a like, a thumbs up, and definitely follow us and let us know where you're tuning in from today. It'd be great to hear from you. I'm looking forward to connecting with everybody. I'm looking forward to having not a long conversation this morning. We're going to have kind of a brief conversation. But as we prepare for our Dave Cooper Live roadshow across this country, we're going to be coming to you and all the people that are doing it better, right? I mean, that's what the whole show is about the people and the processes that are building it better. You know, we have guests on the building systems, building science, building codes to the tech used to build it better. And we're going to continue to do that. And we're going to really bring this virtual trade show to you live is what we're doing. We're going to go out there. We're going to be interviewing people all over this country. We're going to be at universities. We're going to be at tech schools. And hopefully we're going to be at high schools as well, trying to get the young people back into our space. All right. With that said, good morning. Put in the comments where you're tuning in from this morning. I see quite a few of you out there. Let us know where you are, what you're doing. It'd be great to say hi this morning. All right. How did we start off January 4th? We had an expert interview with robotics of offsite manufacturing with Michael Rood Jr. from Forward Solutions Group. I mean, how cool was this? So we got, Forward Solutions Group is a sponsor on our Wednesday product spotlight show every Wednesday, but they're also a group of individuals, Joe Butler, Ben Hershey, Michael Rood, and there's some other ones out there. I haven't met them all yet, but they are really the leaders in this space when it comes from taking your factory from point A to point B. If you're looking to build a factory or any of those things. So what was really great about this is we had their expert of robotics on, Michael Rood Jr. from Forward Solutions. So if you want to learn a little bit more about what's happening in that space, how to automate your manufacturing facility, how to build a new facility, any of those things, check out that episode on our YouTube channel. And while you're there, subscribe. We need the subscribers on YouTube. And then, of course, on January 5th, Tuesday, Building Modular with our host, Jennifer Cooper, we went over agreements and contracts with your manufacturer. We are going to keep driving this home as more and more people are entering the offsite modular space, and it could be panelized as well. This isn't not just for modular. We are reviewing our 20 plus years of experience with you. We are talking through contracts. We are talking through how to negotiate with your manufacturer and become partners with them. Not a he said, she said, or me versus them. Partnerships, collaboration. That is the only way we're successful in the offsite world, especially if you're doing volume. And I think it's a great show to watch. If you're not watching it, hop on and check it out. On January 6th, we had a product spotlight all the way from Estonia. Come on, Estonia. Who would have thought, $1.5 million rough people there, and most of the people work in offsite manufacturing. They are the number one exporter in offsite in the European countries. Number one exporter, timber and volumetric offsite. Who thought? Anybody know that? Either way, the product spotlight was with Creatomis, and how they are reinventing the design and production of volumetric homes. So if you don't know Renee Pussup, you need to. Excellent job that he did. We had a great time having him on the product spotlight. Very, very happy with that show and what they are doing. And here's the deal. Some people are doing things different than others. bar none. I don't care if your widget's better than the next person's widget. Our job is to let everybody know what widgets are out there for everybody to use. And whether you're doing generative design, whether you're doing parametric design, whether you're doing what Creatomus is doing, where they're can't remember the exact name for it. It's all the same, right? I mean, it's advancing our industry. It doesn't exist now, so it doesn't matter, who's doing what. In my opinion, this show is all about just sharing what people are doing. So you as the consumer, you as the expert in the industry, you as a factory owner have options so we can collaborate and we can grow together. And I think that's really what's so great about this show. I after that show, I had some back and forth with some other people, and quite honestly, in good ways. This isn't bad ways, talking about all of this. And I think sharing all these different methods for design, for DFMA, for all of these different softwares, UI applications, cloud applications that are out there, there's space for all of us. Remember, folks, we're only 4 to 5% of this industry. So there's only one way to go, and that's up. That's up. And not a single one of us have figured it out yet. If we did, we wouldn't be 4 or 5% of the industry. So we're going to keep talking about it and have fun. All right, that's the end of my soapbox. Let's keep moving on. January 7th. How interesting was this, right? We had Gigi Stetler on talking about being unstoppable. This is a real life story of how grit can get you through anything, set goals that allow you to shoot higher than the stars. Now, we talked about everything from the very beginning of Gigi's life, which, she didn't have an easy life, to her being stabbed 20 times, strangled, left for dead, becoming one of the largest female-owned RV dealerships in the country. And guess what? The only female RV dealership in the country. And this was all going on in a time where, it's still a good old boys network in that RV world, it sounds like. And she has become super, super successful in that. And it was a lot of fun to have her on and share that story. It was a real down-to-earth, heartfelt conversation. And, we need that. We need to hear other people's trials and tribulations, right? Because if you're going to be an entrepreneur, as they say, you better be prepared to bleed. And I don't mean get stabbed, just in general. It's hard doing what everybody does out there to grow their business and to come on the show and present what they're doing. There's a lot of unseen work. Miles Biggs' book, let me use it, right? There's that unseen work. Nobody just gets there. You don't just wake up with a lottery ticket. It'd be nice. But most people don't wake up with a lottery ticket and jump right into the world of business. There are years and years behind what people are doing. So I really give everybody out there that's been on the show that are small business, that are consultants. It takes time to build your name and who you are. And we're proud of everybody that we have on this show and what we're doing, which is cool. All right. So that was Thursday. and then yesterday, January 8th, Christy May Socht, all the way from BC, Vancouver Island. We talked about the path to performance, the building science behind airtight building envelopes in the British Columbia, the BC step code. Now, this show started off a little bit left, right? We started talking about, what our code here is in the United States. Do you need inspections? Do you need to get a C of O, certificate of occupancy, to move in? Do we need air testing? We need all of that here, but it's not prevalent everywhere, but it's also not mandatory everywhere. This is a big country, man. This is a big country, a lot of states. And I think, we really worked through, how we do what we do in the codes. And I think at the end, we worked out that, we working towards a better performing house, having some codes in place that help us build healthier homes. Ryan Cocker was on, who helps write these codes and added a lot of great stuff. And you know what? We have a lot of great people that are really trying and working towards the code, but it's so complicated. Everybody thinks you just write something and put it out there, but it doesn't work that way. There's a lot of moving parts on all of this. And yesterday was just a great conversation. We had a lot of people tune in. We had a lot of people comment, and it really just showed how complicated this conversation is. Everybody's trying to do it better, and that's what's important. Everybody is working towards a common goal to build better houses, to build more houses, to meet the affordable housing crisis, to build healthier homes, to have homes that people can afford, right? That's important. And to have enough homes for people to live in. That's important. So that's what we had going on, which was great. We had so many people tune in for that show. Mark does a great job bringing everybody into the show, which is so much fun. So thank you very much, Mark. I always appreciate what you do, very much so. All right, let's give a couple shout outs this morning. Look at that. I have us tell us where you're from still on the screen as I'm going through all this. Oh my goodness. Look at all you guys. Hey, good morning, Joe. How are you? Hey, Dave, signing in from Orlando. Hey, man, I'm down in Delray Beach, not too far from you. Flew over you last night. So good to see you, Joe. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to be heading that way in a couple weeks. It'd be great to catch up, see what you're up to. So thanks for tuning in this morning. Love it, love it, love it. All right. Hey, Mr. Greg Ugaldi. Good morning, sir. I hope you're well. Jen and Dave have it right. We have to collaborate and share ideas. Greg, you know what? You're right. You hop on these shows. You always give us your insight, and it's so valuable, right? Because we're down here doing, in our world's doing what we do, and you're having a lot of meetings at the very top of the echelon, talking about how all this comes together, and it's a big jigsaw puzzle. And I've personally learned so much from Greg just in our conversations and having Greg on the show. It's just not so easy, to turn a switch and make things happen. This is like trying to turn a cruise ship 180 degrees. So it takes a lot of work and a lot of effort. But you know what the best part is? We have great people that are doing great things and really pushing the pendulum forward and making what we do just even better. So, all right, that's enough with Greg Ugaldi. Greg's also going to be on the show on the 18th, Monday, the 18th. And we're going to do some IBSX stuff, right, Greg? We're going to talk about IBSX, what's happening. Maybe we can get a demo. Can we get a demo? Can we get a pre-trial run on the show? What it's going to be like? That would be awesome. What do you think? Brian Lignema. Hey, man. Good morning, Dave and Jennifer from Charlotte. What's happening, Brian? We're going to be heading your way soon, too. Hopefully, we can come and stream from one of your locations and the factory and everything else. It'd be great to see you and Tom and everybody else. So good to see you, Brian. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning. We do appreciate everybody that takes the time with us. All right. So where do we go from here? We're building out this show. We're working on getting on the road. If you're interested in supporting us and being a sponsor and having us come to your manufacturing facility, your shop, you want to live stream with us at your location, let us know. Let's see how we can do that together. I think that would be a ton of fun. And, it's like anything else. We're trying to put it out there for the world to see, and we have a global audience, which is so, so great. So love it, love it. Speaking of global audience, this Monday, we are going to be doing Offsite and Modern Methods of Construction with the consultant and advisor from London, England, Jamie Parr. Jamie says, our aim is simply to enable more successful offsite modern methods of construction and MMC projects, both in the UK and internationally. Jamie is with BD Solutions, and they're undertaking supply chain efficiencies research, starting with the digitization of the supply chain. Volumetric bathroom parts, panelized systems. Check it out. Honestly, check it out. This is Monday. We are going to continue bringing you experts from around the world, experts from this country, because we can all learn from each other. And that's super, super important. And I'm really looking forward to this conversation on Monday. So I love it. Love it. Tuesday, we're going to continue on with Building Modular with Jennifer Cooper. Wednesday, Product Spotlight. Thursday, Increasing Influence. Thursday's interesting. We have a gentleman from Lockheed Martin, but I think we might be getting some schedules switched around. But head of marketing, think about this. Lockheed Martin, it's all about increasing influence. And also at one point was with Ford in their head of marketing department. So we're trying to get some bigger players, big players. I shouldn't say bigger, big players in our increasing influence show, because it doesn't matter what your widget is. How do we do it better? How do we grow our business? What can we do in our industry to learn from others that are in bigger industries than ours that have learned how to do this? And how do we take those learnings and implement that into what we do every day? I think that's really, really going to be super, super cool. And then, of course, Friday, January 15th, BS Friday with the Mark Bare Naked Willie. We're going to have Brandon Weiss from Devele on. Devele, Devele, January 15th, Building Science Live, Off-Site Passive House. If you guys don't know who Brandon is or Devele, check them out. They get a lot of press. So Friday's going to be a great show. We're going to continue to deliver all of these great things to you and everybody else out there. So I love it. Hey, listen, if you guys aren't on Twitch, you got to get on Twitch. Check it out, right? We're trying to grow Twitch. Nothing happens overnight. Just like our show, it didn't happen overnight. Greg, thank you for going there and always supporting, because it takes time to grow these things. It takes time to build an audience. You know, the number one asset out there that we are all fighting with is the people's attention. That is the number one asset in this world, is people's attention. If you can garner people's attention, then you can change things. You can make things happen. That's why we're going to these different places. But guess what? It's what we always preach on in Increasing Influence. It takes consistency until you get it right. No different when you're learning to build. No different if you switch to panelization or volumetric. You're not going to get it on the first time. You're going to get it on the second time. You're going to get better on the third time. You're going to get better on the fourth time. The more information and the more stuff that we put out there, the further our reach becomes over time. So all of your support is very, very welcome. All right. What do we have here? Bam. Henry Mickelberg. I hope that Jamie doesn't divulge too much of our secret sauce. Well, Henry, listen. Henry opens my eyes to a lot of people overseas, which I think is really great. So I hope he does open our eyes to all the secret sauce. Henry, come on. No sense holding it too close to the vest. Like I said, nobody has the secret sauce yet. Let's get the secret sauce out there. Because guess what? If we talk about the secret sauce, then people will think of more secret sauce, right? Because we always got to get better. Good morning. Well, for you, I guess it is good afternoon, Henry, all the way from France. All right. That's it, everybody. That is our show for this upcoming week. I am in Delray. We are about a week and a half out of our new transportation. Nothing's easy. Even trying to switch our registration and driver's license, we have to wait weeks for an appointment to do these things. So here you think you're going to go bam, 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 go to the DMV, get a ticket, do all the things you got to do. Doesn't work that way. Not anymore. Now you got to make an appointment, and they are 3 weeks out. So, but that's not going to stop us. We're still moving forward. So, who do we got here? Let me see. Please reach out about a visit to the headquartered campus of Randall Construction, who now has over 25 companies across Florida, most of them construction contractors. They also have a precast concrete panel casting plant and the largest metal fabrication plant in the middle of Florida. Another Randall company fabricates modular bathrooms, kitchens. Dave, would love to have you come by for a tour and introductions to many of our GMs and company division leaders. Feel free to call anytime. Joe, this is really cool. I don't know how long you've been watching the show, but this is what it's all about. And I already know that there's people, if they're watching, Synergy Steel and some others that are looking at this. You know, this is where the collaboration happens. So, Joe, I'll send you a private message offline. I really do appreciate you reaching out. I appreciate everybody out there. This is how we grow. This is what we're going to keep doing. And we're going to do stuff with Joe, because you know what I really like? Concrete, man. I think concrete, tilt up walls. I know it's an amazing resource for us. And I think moving this pendulum forward is going to be great. Michael Weber. I don't know if you know Michael Weber, Joe, from Usilid Chemical Corporation, but he has a real big name in the concrete industry. Yep, I know him well, and he's been on the show. We like to have the concrete folks on the show as well, because there is offsite with concrete. You got the panelized wall systems, the foundation systems, the panelized, oh boy, I'm losing my mind. Insulated forms, ICF. I mean, there's so much. But what I really want to see is these big tilt-up wall systems. You know, the big warehouses that everybody sees driving down the road now? I mean, these huge distribution centers that are like a half-mile long. You know, a lot of them are pouring tilt-up walls on location. I wonder if you do some of that stuff, Joe. I think that would be great to see and great to talk about. That's it, everybody. Listen, I hope everybody has a wonderful week. This is our 6th day this week. We are live 6 days a week, so I'm going to take the rest of the afternoon. I get to go watch my nephew practice some baseball and enjoy some things, so we'll do that as well. Hey, Joe does. We also have a very large tilt wall group. Don't know Michael, but would like to meet him. I will make that introduction, Joe. I think it'd be a great introduction for you. Or maybe Jennifer in the comments could say hello. Hey, Sean Costello. Good morning. Thank you for. Is that Sean Costello from Westport, Connecticut? Sean, could it be? Is it the one, the only? I hope so. I hope it is, Sean. Hey, Sean, man, I hope you are doing well. It's been a while since we talked. I appreciated all of our conversations that we have, and I do think moving forward, we're going to have more conversations. So thumbs up to you, man. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year's, all those things, and, our Christmas and New Year's. So love it. All right, everybody, listen, I said it before. This is it, though. I'm out of here. I hope everybody has a great day. We will talk to you on Monday. So be there. We're going to have a lot of fun with my good buddy, Jamie Parr, Offsite Modern Methods of Construction, all the way from England. I'm Dave Cooper. We are bringing you the people and the places and the products that are doing it better on this show 6 days a week. Stay tuned for Monday. We'll see you then. Bye now.